Alright. Man, something about today. I don't know. Today is a weird feeling day. Also probably has to do with the fact that I woke up late. Yeah. What's up? We have the return of the final day. We have all that entails. Still, I think, for the foreseeable future, gonna be on the 1 out of 2 Nexus Nexu plan. Yeah, it's just, you know, our Jedi are not, perhaps, as well relicked as they could be. So, for purposes of beating that mission, I don't really see it in the cards. Everywhere else, I think we're doing pretty alright. Stupid message. We're fine. It's the same stuff that we were running last time, I think. Felt pretty good last time. I think we bled the gas wave, I want to say. I think we lost the wave here. We're always going to bleed a wave here. It's pretty much just is what it is. Makai's uploaded a video. I saw, but his Ahsoka's Relic 7, so not really too concerned about it personally. But yeah, I mean, go check that out if you have those characters at that level of strength, which I do not. Also, I noticed that like Nexu, I saw in his run like Nexu was hitting GK sometimes. I haven't really checked out the video that much. I just like skimmed through the comment to see what it looked like. Yeah, we have, actually, oh god. We have a lot of mods that I haven't actually addressed at all. This is why you don't sleep in. Alright, not to start off this off with a snooze fest. Whatever, I'll timestamp this out for people in the mod. We do address this real quick, because otherwise literally nothing will happen. And today is one of the days worth a remod. We could fish that for Vader. Nope. Okay. No percent makes me kind of just want to drop it, but we give it another shot. It didn't hit anyway. So be it. Squares, I've been a little bit more lenient on lately. Unless one like that shows up. Not the best on speed and crit chance rolls, but we keep those. If that was crit chance, maybe, for Vader. I need to worry about that. Ooh, hello. I mean, look. My depth here is bad enough, I'm keeping that. The rolls are bad, but I'm more desperate than they are bad. No reason to roll this one, I would say. We can try it, but yeah. We're never really going to be keeping that one anyway. Unless it was like maybe a good percent offense that hit like 10 speed. Don't need to worry. Apologies. This should have been before stream, but nah, we're coming in hot. How are we looking now? Honestly, still probably gonna have some space issues. Alright, what's going on here real quick? You and you... Oh, these are the Galactic Challenge mods or whatever, right? Oh, nope. Nope. It honestly could have been a decent mod, too. Just if it didn't miss. Well, hello. Nope. You picked the exact wrong one to land on. It's actually a pretty good 2 roll. It's actually pretty good. Ooh. Hello. Wait a minute. Alright, we're gonna talk for a second. What's going on with you here? Man. No, we chill. Patience. You only get better with age. That is a... Ooh, that mod is a ticking time bomb of potential right now. That is... Nope. I always wanted to speed set offense primary for Rey back in the day if it got like a high speed roll. Not quite happening this time. Alright. Yeah, what's up, Savitar? Alright, we're pretty much done with that. Honestly, might still have some space issues, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Alright, I kind of want to run back at this gas mission. First off, real quick here. I think we had a big old fail on it last time. Do we have any new toys we could chuck in since then? The protection being 5 dot is pretty much gonna stay. We did pick up some defense stats, actually. Not really in a category that matters. I mean, percent health on gas. If we're at the point where we care about that stat, something went sideways in a big way. Alright. Fives has some junk on him. Echo, did I see him on damage set? Do I agree with that? I don't know if I do. We could have him faster. I remember us going to potency primary last time, and I remember it feeling actually pretty good, so we'll roll with it. You. I feel like I want him faster. Don't we end up fighting Geos a lot in this mission, though? I think was the thing. The fact that this didn't 4-4 last time, I feel like calls it into fair question here. Are we in protections? Because this isn't shock to you lead, we should be on health primary. It's the one last change I'll make, then we're hopping in. Alright. I think we're good to go then. Yeah. I mean, really this is just gonna be a balancing act of gas protection for most of this. Is there any person who makes special use of the LAAT here? Not really. Unfortunately. CLS makes so good use of it that it just makes it look so bad on other teams comparatively. Kind of waste a bonus turn by having the turret get the kill there, but... Alright, we get the stun where it matters. Well, would not mind have picked that one up as well, but... Oh well. Alright, so we should get a bonus turn cycle here. Don't mind if I do. Looks like we got the cooldown increase pretty much everywhere it matters. I guess with gas lead, Sniper Droid doesn't end up being that scary early on, actually, especially if he shoots gas, it will be good damage to help topple him sooner, but like that. Alright, we need gas to topple now. This is something I do remember happening last time. We're getting there. Let's use the assist call now because we need to make sure that Fives cannot taunt. I cannot be able to press this button when he's going down, otherwise the road will only lead to ruin. Alright, there's a toppled. There's the days spam. We're just waiting for his 5 sacrifice, essentially. Putting offense down on them just to try to temper their output a little bit should be enough for them to kill Rex, and that's about it. Almost tempted to just leave him be. Okay. Everyone else in pretty good shape. Cute little thing there, because Echo got the bonus turn cycle, we have the grenade back already immediately. Take those where you can get it. Ooh. So if we finish with the Rex move right now, we should have the bonus turn cycle that we could just immediately pop Terminator into. It's actually not a bad way to exit, because from there it might get wishy-washy on how we're getting out of here otherwise, and preserving this cooldown doesn't tend to matter as much as it could. Just because the ability sucks at each wave star, right? We lose all of the damage decks. Have to wait for it a little bit. Okay, we got some cooldown control in need. Got some Dispel in need. We got a Magna Guard who could potentially roll us in need. We get the days, we're fine. Echo got the bonus hit there, so we get the stun immediate setup on him. We'll gladly take that. We get the days pretty much everywhere we need. We're actually kind of just chilling now. We can't leave them be completely, but and this wave is actually pretty dangerous still, even with everything we just got. I am just gonna slam this button now. We didn't actually do that much. What? I'm thoroughly confused. Why did they not just stealth? They've got the claws. It's right here. Literally the first 2 lines. Not using Gar again. Not until the rework hits. What's up, man? Alright, I don't know why they didn't just taunt there. There's no anti-taunt clause I can think of that we have. Weird. Okay. If you insist, video game. A stun here would be lovely. Thank you. I still like it. Jordan Kib with his evasion. At some point, I feel like he's gonna dodge the Rex stun, and then I'm just gonna be horrifically sad. Yo, I really don't get why these spies aren't hidden. Is there some clause I'm thinking of, or I'm not thinking of here? It actually might be. No? Okay, weird. This mission is probably my favorite. I enjoy it. It still feels like a challenge. They have to crit to stealth, but they did crit. I'm almost positive they crit. Yeah, we had the event special on them before they did basic on gas. Alright, we got the cooldown increase on the nuke again. They didn't? Yeah, I'll believe you. We should get an echo turn back in time. We'll rip the stealth off just for good measure, to make sure we aren't going to have to deal with gas losing a ton of protection or anything. Ooh, but we're walking out of here real quick, aren't we? Maybe not quick enough, though, as long as we get one more echo turn. Okay. Finishing with Arc, not that bad. Arc basic is really, really good against Droid Battalion. Ooh, perfect. Okay, we'll get an immediate echo turn with him being, 15% turn rate at the start here. Pop the special, Rex basic into echo basic, puts him at 100%. Not exactly the RNG you hope to see there, but not the end of the world. The biggest immediate pain is going to be this daze here. I don't think we're quite on that basis yet. In terms of turn meter reductions, we could really go for B2 or Command Battle Droid. I think there's arguments for both. He'll be taunting the moment that he takes a turn, but we really just don't want to let that happen. So I think we'll probably just reduce him. Gas probably topples here. I don't know if we can evade it or avoid that. I think we probably have enough clone turns that we can delete one of the bosses. He's gonna taunt. We have the daze on him, so he's not gonna be counterattacking us. I want to say we can leave Rocket alone. Alright, not bad damage on the gas so far. We have the daze on either of these two, so we're probably just gonna basic on the boss. Got that cooldown reduction. Fish a grenade for good. Still not hitting it on the boss. We got it on the B1, which I actually still do appreciate. But alright, we got the tenacity re-up. Yeah, he's taunted, so we pretty much had to kill him. Oh, we haven't even spread out turret yet. Wait a minute. It's not that huge of a deal, right? But interesting. Alright, gas. Might be able to brute force? Not actually. I don't know who got the kill shot there. It looked like it might have been the turret, because we got the final hit. Ah, that happened again. We had the targeting on GBA at the start of this mission for whatever reason. I think it's just because he's a... I don't know why it happens. Maybe it's just because it doesn't manually retarget to brute. So we technically, I mean, there's no real reason to aim at GBA. It's not like this is a really good button against him or anything, but I always feel tempted to be like, do we have taunt ignore and just like click other places? No, we don't. The game just realized it was making a mistake. So what was the rules here? Oh god, wasn't it? Ooh, this is coming back to me extremely quickly. We wanted to spend... maybe we can set this up though. So the thing that was happening, I'm starting to remember now, is I believe we wanted to have one of these specials, but not both. Because if we can set gas up to use one of these specials, but we just used AoE. I'm actually gonna go write this down right now, just to make sure. Not like P4 gas isn't exactly on the priority list because not many people are running it, but this is a detail that has to be on there. Make sure ATT is down, gas open with AoE. LA18. Yeah, a bit of missed potential. This would be such a huge power opener to be able to do that. Because basically what it means is we're going to have 2 AoE suddenly. That's just double the cooldown increase. Just double the day's opportunity is just good all around, right? And like, we could try to salvage that, but I think it's too late because next gas turn, if we cast LAAT on him, it's not going to reset either of his specials, right? He's going to be on basic next turn either way. I don't know that we have enough juice to be able to do Rex Nuke yet. We did get the cooldown increase on the Cleanse. Hoggle didn't evade it either, so he's increased as well. We're mostly just looking for a chance to assassinate GBA. We're not going to be able to get that yet. There's going to be a little bit of Terminator training too with GBA and Geo Soldier here in a second. We're saving this until we possibly need a Dispel, above all else, I would say. It is offense down as well, but we don't... I mean, Echo Grenade will be back up. I still think we're supposed to save it. Do we have enough? If we don't, this is a lost opportunity, but we are getting dangerously close to the point in time where they start to roll us. I don't know what their base speed is, but I think we gotta err on the side of caution. I think we go one more time around the horn. His tenacity is cranked up, so there's no real reason to try to remove him. We're fine with them going for Arc here. Arc is acceptable. Well, looks like Rex is beating Brute out, so at this point, how could things get weird here? Because of the 4 days pairing that we have, it can't really. So we'll have Poggle go. That'll bump Geo Soldier up to 100%. Geo Soldier will have Assist Call. It could maybe... I think we probably do need to drop LAAT now, actually. We need that offense down just on the off chance. They could just happen to decide to go for Rex. Their damage is oppressive enough that we need to be able to get out ahead of that. I think we're saving Echo Grenade here. I don't think there's any real reason to. Okay, he's down. He doesn't really have a viable assist call. I don't really mind him taking a turn here. I'm just gonna TMR Spy. Alright. Definitely missed the opportunity on that wave entry. That's a really small detail, but one that could just snowball so incredibly well if executed properly. Will definitely do my best to remember to do that next time. Like, imagine if, you know, I think gas toppling before that second move would still be in the cards potentially. I don't know that we necessarily avoid that. They would have offense down, but imagine on gas stand-up, we just immediately have another AoE again instead of basic, right? I guess we already kind of solved the mission by that point, so not really the end of the world. But if you, like, it's optimal. That's all it really comes down to. And I love optimal stuff. Not like a thing that you have to do to win, but if you do it, then you should have far, far, far better chances of winning. Alright, where did I do teams last time? I want to say I ran CLS mid and Ray Scoundrels bottom, I'm pretty sure is the case. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Alright, Ray Scoundrels. We do have Beskar Mando. I just don't think Beskar Mando adds... Hey, this team doesn't have any amount of Whistling Bird generation for him. B, I think we're just fine without him. Honestly, I'm not trying to be like Debbie Downer here. Everyone kind of serves their own purpose. Captain Han is maybe the weakest link, but he is still a heal for Rey that she otherwise wouldn't really have. So, yes, I know, but also still kind of want to just, well, is Queel a better Captain Han here? Captain Han has the revive. I don't know that we've ever had to use it though. Man, what is it with scoundrel healers? Why are all scoundrel healers based on their own stats? I don't understand. Is this just a thing with all healers and I've never really noticed it until now? Kill that ally for 30% of Jolie's max health? Has this just been a running trend with healers in Galaxy of Heroes? Equal to Daka's max health. Equal to 30%. What is happening? Maybe I'm just used to other games where heals are target percent based instead of caster. No, revive it. Well, revive at X% health is always going to work that way. Okay, here's one. Other allies recover 50% health. And like, so for Daka, it makes sense, right? Because you expect her amount of health to tower over everyone else. So like 50% of old Daka could basically equate to 100% for everyone. This is more what I was expecting though. Just like, ally heals for 50% of their max health. Apparently, equal to 40% of Jedi Consort's max. What is even happening here? Alright, I'm just getting mind blown here, apparently. Is the same with protection up? Yeah, but protection up, the rules for protection up are basically established because not every character will always have protection, especially like, you know, Phoenix and low gear. Check Padme? Yeah, let's do it. This is interesting. My expectations are being subverted. Is it because they're old? But Queel's new, so what is it that doesn't even hold up? You. Yeah, recovered 35% of their health and protection. What is even happening? Yeah, all allies recovered 20% health. This is so weird. So, So they just happened to give Queel. I guess maybe they expect Queel to have more bulk than everyone else, so it's just a stronger heal. Weird. Well, you know what? Actually, Captain Han might be a better healer than Queel. As much as that might suck to say. And when you really break it down too, Captain Han has days on basic, Queel has a shock on special, which is a 2-turn cooldown, but that does make Captain Han a little bit more useful more often. Whatever. For the sake of variety, why not? Let's give him a go. I don't think the difference is going to be that staggering, right? Oh, I did the ships, yeah, so we're like here, technically. But then Barris recovers target's health as well. Wasn't Barris just an equalize? I forget. Alright, we're probably gonna have to redo Captain Han's mods to give Queel something that makes more sense for him. Man, Queel took so much AB. Well, whatever. We got Vandor. It really doesn't matter. Alright. You, sir. Coming in hot. Alright, speed health, pretty much as expected. I don't think there's anything really tricky in here. Just a lot of speed and a lot of health. Nest, speed potency. She's more of a control roll than a damage roll, but certainly versus equalize plus 20%. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was... I knew that was for Hermit Yoda, and I knew that Luminar had that as well, but for whatever reason, I thought the Barris was just an equalize. Vandor is just Mr. Slow and Steady here. And then we have L3 with a mod inventory cap. Good. Because we're using so many extra teams in Phase 4, this actually is kind of expected. Alright. Once more. Actually, you know what? Let's make this even easier, shall we? I was actually really disappointed. I was hoping that as a cheat code I could apply like unfinished mods, like level 12 or level 6 mods. I guess they cost the exact same to remove though, unfortunately. I don't expect to have to do this for many other teams, because every team that's been used so far already is pretty much empty, right? It's just because we're using scoundrels. And CLS might be. Yeah, I don't know. Because I got enough relic signals in the Cantina farm, I kind of cut Cantina refreshes, and I've been playing around with doing a couple of extra mod energy refreshes per day. Just kind of testing the waters, see how that feels. And surprise, surprise, is an end result. Even after doing some initial spring cleaning, everything's kind of getting flooded. We'll just do it from here. Alright, welcome back. I saw some health sets. I probably just went for like sheer bulk. Or maybe I just wanted some extra armor. Honestly, fair. Low speed L3 is also pretty good, and I'm pretty sure that was in there. We just wanted to be as slow as possible to keep her from leveling up too quickly, upgrading too quickly. Potency? He doesn't really need it. His base is already competent enough, right? If we can pick up some extra on the side, maybe not. Okay. I think I'm fine with this. This is probably about as good as we're gonna get either way. With what we've got. Beskar Mando, just... yeah, right, like... I guess you could try to, like, Whistling Birds and then Whirlwind as kind of like generate some stuff, but it's not really what I'm looking for this team. Just a slow grind out team. Vandor's missing a mod. I could have sworn I just did a last scan and saw everything. I don't think it's gonna matter, to be honest. I hate this initial AoE though. It's the one downside. Ooh. Problem with this is we probably ought to be trying to just dispel Spy right now. This is a little bit too early almost. That did nothing. Okay. Sure. Alright, there's the prepared. Pretty much anything can happen now, and we should be in pretty alright shape. There's our first whirlwind, just to boot. Gonna use a special instead of the upgrades, just so that we have more upgrades over time. I remind you of your brother-in-law. Is there any... I don't know if I should be asking if there's anything I can do to avoid that or to lean into it. There's arguments for both. When am I ever hitting this button, actually? Well, it heals Rey. It's actually probably right now. Yep. This is why I hate this. Like, apparently Galaxy of Heroes is just Galaxy of I only help you for what I'm worth. Like, I mean, Captain Han did the same thing, but Captain Han's was at least more spammable. Whatever. Rey's just too thick. I will say this is like a very nice screw you Magna Guard button. We get a lot of opportunities to hamper them. Stun, shock. I guess it's just 2. I mean, this team just has really good Magna Guard control in general. Pretty much always just go ahead and use special while we have the AoE. We're a basic really good droid battalion, but also we're mostly just doing it for the lifesteal so we can get an extra heal off. I don't necessarily want to drop down to lead just yet. I'm just trying to get a Whirlwind primed for next match, or for next turn. Next wave. Something is above 75%. Didn't really matter. It's just a free heal for us, technically, but... a little burn waddle. Alright. Probably gonna save the Dispel. Do we? Sniper's our main concern. We're just gonna whirlwind him, but he is still the main concern. Okay. I guess that's the one person he could actually kill, which is interesting targeting on the AI's part. Wait, did Nest avoid that, or did she just not proc 80%? Nest, I was gonna say, I was waiting for the opportunity to demonstrate that Nest was also just a really nice ad here for Magna Guard control, but apparently not. I guess she's just asleep at the wheel right now. We don't even really need to spend this taunt, I would say. I guess why not? That's actually why I just avoided using Mechanics Heavy right now. I mean, L3 is pretty thick either way. But really just wanted to avoid playing into Lunging Strike's damage increase there. It doesn't Dispel, so we would have kept Mechanics Savvy, but if for whatever reason, I just don't really have a good read on the damage output in general. In like 1 or 2 buff situations, so... yeah, I'm kind of just trying to leave it be. Avoid it where we can. This is Dispel. Unfortunate. He's just gonna go for Ray again. That's a no. Alright, we get the prepare back already. Pretty much fine. He's not gonna be going for the execute here anyway. Not bad. And that's basic, can't be avoided, so I'm probably just taking that here just to try to set up some expose action. Probably not ideal that we're giving L3 some armor shreds. Again, I don't think it really has any consequences for this team, though. Okay. Moving right along. Does anyone really care to stun? Magna Guard would be juicier, but I would almost... Well, let's just take Mag. Nope. Yeah. She hasn't countered a Magna Guard once. 80% chance. What am I paying you for? Again, I don't have a good read for the Whirlwind base damage. I don't think this kills. Yeah. It's actually kind of a shame that this button doesn't actually dispel. It'd be such a nice button if it did. Just a total control suite. Yeah, we're taking some B2 counterattacks. The paint is still drawing. Yeah, I know. Drop down low. We'll just go to lifesteal mode for a little bit with her. Alright, taunts off. Now we're just going Ray Basic over on T-Series for a bit. Pretty good shape, I'd say. I will say that shock stun being a 2-turn cooldown is kind of surprising. Feels pretty good. Now she's gonna counterattack because it's the kill shot and not even. Yeah, 64 is a great number, man. Congratulations. Was that? I keep on doing this. This is just my fate, I guess. To always get the lead. Targeting and never actually use it. Honestly, much better to get this done on Brute anyway. Get some free access for a bit. Alright, so this is definitely gonna suck. We have Ray. Let's bulk up for a while. Keep us safe. the spy nuke. Very much a patience game right now. Pretty much as long as they decide to never go for Vandor, we're in pretty good shape. That was probably a bad targeting. Probably should have just kept on Soldier. I don't know if Soldier actually is the squishiest, but I would say it's a fairly safe assumption. Basically, for now, I guess we're just trying to set up a good dispel for when we hit Whirlwinds. Oh, please don't. I mean, he's been getting Lifeblood stacked on him this entire time. It can't be that bad, but would rather not find out. Yeah, I was hoping that we would be able to get Nest going first, but unfortunately, no. I think I'm just gonna mulligan this turn. I don't necessarily feel the need to ult. I guess it can't be that bad. Let's... Maybe ult. I guess the thing we could say there is she was at 75%, so that could have been a second Whirlwind opportunity. Maybe a little bit of a wasted resource, actually. How annoying is this going to be, actually? Just trying to get Whirlwind timing off. I mean, we're stacking offense this entire time, right? So we are ramping, but it's just like... I guess this is pop an ult. Why not? If they're about to start targeting Vandor, then I'm perfectly happy to be an ult now. That would be a good start. Odds are extremely likely high that they're about to have a cleanse though. But if we can keep this, then that enables us to Whirlwinds pretty much immediately. Get that taunt off the Sunfac. I guess unfortunately we're gonna have to wait another turn for Ray. But that would have been the window. Okay, so Quill actually coming in kind of important here. I guess that would have been the same with a Hanstone, right? He doesn't have conscription yet. We might actually get there. We had to get the ability block though. You jerks. Just let me out of here. I really want to be able to stop that cleanse. This is gonna be painful. Alright, Quill gone for good. I still don't understand why that happens sometimes. I know that this has happened to me before, where, yeah, just for whatever reason, the prepared doesn't re-up in time. I don't think it matters for the outcome of this fight. It actually kind of matters in the sense that it's gonna take us longer to be able to get through Brute. I can't say I'm a fan of what they're doing with Ray right now. Are they actually just gonna start focusing down Ray now? That would be uncomfortable, let's say. They're just on her. Because I think it's just because she's low health. Maybe I should have been trying to lifesteal. Everyone else has so much purple protection right now. Yeah, she's the most killable. I don't like this. Nest actually still has pretty good chances to be able to close this out, by the way, but just... yeah. Odds are pretty low that they're ever gonna bother hitting Vandor, I would say. Maybe if L3 dies, there is a point in time where Vandor could end up becoming the lowest compared to like a Nest's crazy stacked purple protection. It is true. I guess the problem now is that Nest is no longer stacking, so this is actually a complete stalemate. She no longer can get inspired, so Rayleigh isn't feeding her anything. So, interesting. I think letting Rey get that low was actually a big misplay. I think in the last wave, we're supposed to keep her pretty healthy, because I don't think the AI ever goes for her if we don't chunk her low ourselves. Is there any sequence of plays that can actually pull out a win here? I guess she is still stacking crit damage. We can't exactly auto this either. We would have to like auto basic this. If we auto this, then Vandor's gonna blow his prepared, which, yeah, obviously we can't have. All right. This is not the usual. We might just have like a zombie L3 situation. How long is this gonna take though? That's one thing that puts a little bit of a timer on this team is every time Vandor does basic on Brute, he is going to start getting chipped out. So the AI targeting could start favoring him at some point. We need L3 to just continue to be juicy. Oh, basic can actually go paint. It is possible that Spy will just get super stacked and then just decide to nuke Nest at some point. She's not actually countering either. Maybe Vandor could just bring her back, but you know, less than ideal. I guess if Nest is ramping damage, then she should actually be the LAAT lady. She's doing pretty okay for herself, all things considered. Credit where it's due. She just won't die. Okay. They can bleed. Please don't make me bleed. We are essentially operating on a timer right now. That's fine. You can have at her all day. Go for it. More counterattacks for me. She is getting mad. She is getting there. I do think this is winnable. Just, maybe not in a timely manner. She just took that nuke. Okay, lady. Relax. Chill. I would say odds are actually higher that we win than we lose right now. Basically, the AI has to make the correct choice itself, and Geos, I'm pretty sure, are very, very heavily weighted to go for the squishiest target. Man, respect for L3. I mean, okay. Just to be clear, part of this is Vandor's damage reduction doing some insane work right now, but eh. I think we just use this with Nest down. Because this can basically become a damage spell. Not quite on the basis. I think that should have been a spy attempt, actually. Ooh, this spy is actually scary if it decides to go for Nest. Okay. We like these counters. We like them a lot. Sunfac is like the squishiest person we actually have access to right now. Are we ramped enough? We are. There we go. Alright. Some scoundrel action for you. Why not? We still have like a decent amount of ramping left to go before we can base damage through GBA. GBA just being horrifically thick. What day is it? I don't even know anymore. We're in Dark Side territory battles right now. I just haven't caught up yet. That should have been a Sunfat kill. We're just getting bored. I mean, she's killing the non-elite people just fine. Like, yeah, we're just... I guess let's go for Poggle first. If we get it to GBA last, it won't be that hard. Less for him to equalize with. Alright. That's, I can't even talk like the mission's over yet, because this is... Still gonna take a minute. Vander held up his part of the bargain quite well. He let Quill slip. I still don't really understand the interaction that's happening there. I don't think he was debuffed at the time either. I wonder if it's happening because of Brute's double assist call. And they're just like basically just killing him on the same mass assist still. But it's the second wave of attacks, so Vander doesn't get a chance to re-up. Because Vander can only re-up his prepared once per turn, basically. That's an argument. I could maybe see that making sense. There we go. Alright. We're walking out of here. Eventually. I should have checked the conscription cooldown before I popped that. This really is just demonstrating how stupidly tanky Elite GBA is here as well, though. Okay. How long was that? Oh my god. Alright. So, okay. Couple of lessons. A. I don't think we would have been in there for even half of that time if we just didn't let Rey get low, right? No real need to. At best, or at worst, we could, like, juggle her above and below 60% just to get those Whirlwind procs. Shout out timer to the screen for your TB fights. Is it really needed? I don't know. It would be a good demonstration for how little time Rey Rebels needs. Alright. CLS, I think we just run back the same strategy as last time. Why do I have C-3PO saved for CLS? Oh, this is from 2 months ago. I don't think it matters. I think we can just port the C-3PO mods onto Old Ben again. Yeah, it sounds pretty alright. I'm down. That's probably exactly what I did last time, too. Would not be surprised. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going in. Should be guarded CLS pretty easily. 130 versus... Yeah. Not even in the ballpark. Okay. Just to make sure, because this is old loadout, and the defense primary, not the best, not the worst. It just helps CLS get guard as well. It's fine. The boy has bonus defense anyway, so it does have some synergy. Alright, we're ignoring B2. Probably stunning Sniper Droid. We don't really want Chewie to get stunned or anything, so that's probably the play, although this is also an annoying turn to deal with, but Sniper Droid's coming sooner. Alright, there goes B2. This button is 100% team turn meter, but I don't really want to spend it yet necessarily. Do we need to? It doesn't hurt. Let's just do it. This can't be evaded, right? It can. So we still need to reduce him on the off chance that Geo Soldier calls him to assist, and the blind will go away, and then we'll get hit with it, and I don't like getting hit with that. Didn't happen, but still a good play around. Still the correct call. Letting Han get a little bit low, holding all those cooldowns, but double Magna Guard, hello. In that case, I might just stun Droideka. Double Magna is pretty annoying. Do we care to mind trick this wave though? I don't know that we do. Yo, he just resisted everything. Wild. We have the button back again. It really should only be used on CLS. We'll just have old Ben tank for a little bit, I think. This is the one annoying dynamic between Commando droids and Mani guards, is there actually is some kind of brutal synergy. Like, especially if it's a random assist call chance and you don't know whether to expect it or not, and it just hits you sometimes. Not fun. I don't recommend it. Alright, we got the AoE back. It's an okay wave exit. I don't hate it. CLS gets a lot of passive turn meter anyway, so him being low at the start isn't actually that concerning. Using Chewie with Rebels instead of Rebels must feel so weird. It's just like, I'm doing the same practices, but it's like, I guess I'll just get the AoE back for dispel purposes. It's a... Do I? How much do we actually care about stunning Magna-Guard? I might just... Well, there is that. Yo, this B2 is doing work for us. Definitely glad because of the Watt. Definitely glad. Maybe we could have stunned Watt, maybe, but I'm definitely glad that we stunned Droideka here. For sure. He's just doing more work for us. How can I say no? How can I be like, please stop now? Let me blind you. No. Continue. Right where you left off. We do need a stun on him, ideally. Like that. Our turn meter is kind of low. We might need to flip into offense stance here. Bit painful. What's the reasoning for that? Pretty much just that Luke's defense stance gets you a ton more benefits than what offense stance gives you. Offense stance is objectively worse, aside from situations like that where we kind of just need to finish off a fight immediately. CLS and defense stance is basically just more turn meter for your team. Ooh, I kind of want to... Blind is a 2-turn cooldown, like... We need to control Watt. We don't really want him to do his thing either. Yeah, we're stable. Alright, we're almost back to the offense, or to defense stance. And honestly, like, having it back in between waves, having the cooldown back, isn't actually that bad. But, like, I wouldn't necessarily recommend people to try, like, do that nonstop. But right, like, more counters for Luke means more turn meter for the team. Okay, I keep on flip-flopping on this. Can we stun Dooku or not? I make no mention of it. We were able to stun, like, Watt, so I guess there's no reason why we couldn't just do this, right? I don't know if there's... I mean, it's possible Droideka could just decide to blast us. It's entirely on the table. there an interesting turn order to do here? Probably not. Let's just aim over B1. So this is gonna get us counter double a lot. Potentially. Not too bad. We're kind of chilling. We don't necessarily want Jordika to go though. We do need to just trade all of this down into Oblivion, try to fish for a stun on you and land that because we're good players. Like the good players we are. Pretty easy. Hey, this button's pretty good, right? Just never use it. Saving it until Galaxy Heroes 2. Didn't really matter that we use blind there. Doesn't really matter what we do at this point anyway. Newt goes bowling for a little bit. Newt with a bit of the revenge kill. I mean, that's old Ben's job anyway, but a lot faster than race scoundrels, that's for sure. Yeah, it's the assault battles. We play the assault battles more often, so I guess it's just more drilled into my head that he can't be controlled. But yeah, would obviously be a much bigger pain if that were true. All right, how we doing? Pretty good, actually, right? We haven't missed yet. Okay. The next new mission isn't really that interesting, right? We just pick up one wave. Let's walk on in here. Yep. No GR Jedi allowed. Maybe we run last time. I was. It's not a bad. I was just hoping for something a little bit more interesting than just Jolie Bastila. It's literally all we have though, so you know what, fair enough. God forbid Dooku in these missions can't be stunned. It's basically already true for phase 3. You get one stun once. But about the Micaiah's guide, I do not have a Relic 7 Ahsoka. She is Relic 3, and that is... I mean, I could try it. No, I can't. So here's the thing, right? Back out for a second. This mission is GR Jedi only. To go in here, you can see we have 2 Jedi spoken for. So if we try to go Ahsoka plus C-3PO, you can see it's not happening, right? And I care more about getting the special mission because this is points. The special mission is actual tangible resources for the entire guild. So to me, is this more interesting of an encounter? Sure. But it makes more sense to me to focus on the special mission. So yeah, that's just where I'm at. I don't have another GR Jedi to throw in the mix. Ayla would probably do fine. Something like Ayla. Got nothing wrong with her. Mace, no. Qui-Gon, I would rather have Ayla, probably. Yeah, this is the problem with talking about it. The Phase 4, the actual Kiadi Mundi special mission. Not the one that everyone calls the KAM mission. Yeah, maybe someday. We'll get there. It's honestly a little bit of a... It's not that spicy of a mission. The hardest part is actually just Kalani. The hardest part is apparently getting into TB. Game? Little did we know. Yeah, the Kadimudi special mission is like a really weird bite-sized mission. You need a Zeta for 4 to 4? No. I do not have it, and I don't plan to take it until given a good reason for PvP. Alright. So what's up? Let's do this first. I mean, we already know I have the teams to field for all of these. And also, by the way, yes, they do force Kadimudi lead. Because, of course they do. Blue Stacks Revenge. Honestly, could be. We did have a couple of fairly long feeling battles there. LSTB can. That's the actual. There we go. There's a character missing. And there's 2 loadouts here. I don't remember which one I used, but I'm pretty sure Bruiser translates to protection primaries here, and I don't. We already know that that's a false idol. We'll leave it as is. Shakti, how's it going? Just health primaries with a bunch of speed. No surprise. I guess Ahsoka is the one I didn't pull from, which I probably did because I probably did. Where are my Ahsoka's mods? She doesn't really get used anymore. Have I used Ahsoka this entire TV aside from the gas mission? I don't think so. Alright, we'll do this real quick. Nice and easy. Health primary with speed. Go to crit chance primary. There's only really one. She already has it on because of course she does. Health. 18 speed with a crit chance secondary. Why not? I probably should have gone through everyone else's mods first to make sure that we're not about to just overlap Ahsoka here, but you know what? It's fine. Yoda, what was our plan with you? Who is steal mods from KAM? Maybe that implies that we did Bruiser second time around. What is happening right now? Alright. Does this extra defense merit a 14 speed drop? It might not. I kind of value Barra's speed a lot. It's a heck of a lot of overlap we got there. God, his crit chance is actually so bad. Let's do a little bit of desperation searching. I mean, we definitely have extra crit chance lying around if we decide to go that direction. Seems fine. 4-star CG triangle on IG-11. Are you talking about IG-88? Eh. I don't really bother to remod pilots. Just being in character with my general opinion on ships. I haven't really been in a position where I felt like the difference on my IG-11 or my IG-88 mattered. Right. That's just kind of where I'm at on that. Maybe this potency is a trap. Why don't we just do this? We're losing health. I'm like almost talking myself into running Vader's mods right now, actually. That doesn't actually sound that bad. It's actually not a bad difference either. I assume we're gonna take a beating in the durability department, but we're actually on too much potency. I mean, we're squishier. Let's try it. Alright, everyone seems pretty alright. I'll just save this for next time so we don't have to do this again. Sure. Haven't really done any speed clocking here, of course, just kind of giving people good stats that seem like a good fit. Yeah, so the main thing we need to worry about right now is we need to make sure that Ki-Adi-Mundi enters wave 3 with his whole Mikashi days available, because that wave just sucks horribly, fighting Kalani. Okay, this is always a little bit harder to calculate because we have Ahsoka, but we definitely can kill 5 stacks here, I'm pretty sure. Down to 2, battle meditation is a -2 now. Alright. Some damage. Oh yeah, this move, God, we've been using KAM with non-GR Jedi for so long. We actually do have like a plus turn meter move now, which is nice. Shakti's heal is off for a while. Are we like playing with fire here by leaving Ahsoka this low? It's a definite waste of her special. Alright, we were able to have Yoda end the wave with high turn meter. There we go. That's why that's there. bonus turn when they defeat an enemy. Can we use that better here? Maybe like a Shakti basic. We are giving him an extra stack here, but damn, he actually got priority. I mean, Ahsoka's just about to remove it, but a bit surprising. Alright, we need to make sure that this cooldown gets back up before the end of the wave, so... Yo, are we about to... Ooh. Are we really that slow? That's a bit surprising to me. Huh. A little bit light on the cooldowns then, I guess. I mean, Shakti especially, I'm really surprised that she couldn't outlap Droideka. But I guess we took his shielding off, and we know from just everywhere else that Droidekas have like really, really crazy speed in this mode, so... I guess that actually was predictable. Fair enough. We're not actually going to be able to get... Well, okay, we technically did. We got the bonus turn, but we're still not quite on that. Well, oh, we are. Ah, we didn't get the hard one. Interesting. Okay, so basically, this is supposed to be a Droideka. And Droideka with 50% counter chance can wreck your day horribly. I'm almost down to just go into a Taro now. Pick up the armor shred. Obviously, ow. It's not the best situation we find ourselves in here. I mean... If we anger B2, we're simultaneously taking more, or mostly just taking more. It gives Shakti a little bit of turn meter, but Shakti's not close to taking a turn. We could just like do a Barris basic and hope that it hits. This offense down doesn't stick. Yep. Unfortunate. Colonia just sucks, man. I like how I called this one the easy one, too. Honestly, maybe... Obviously, we lose the days. Maybe we did an AoE that we shouldn't have? I don't think she cleansed. I don't remember hitting an AoE, but it's possible I did. Or did we not days, actually? I don't know. I'm kind of forgetting now. We can just, like, gamble RNG that we don't get counter, maybe. I'm not really expecting a whole lot here. I mean, GMY has some pretty nuts mods. This is a bit greedy. We don't get counter though. Fair enough. pays off. We get the foresight from hitting him so we can get away with that extra tap. I don't know if I can trust his base damage. We probably just have to... Oh, we get the bonus turn. Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. We can absolutely do some damage with Grandmaster Yoda. I don't know if this is... a realistic 4-4, possibly? I don't remember the last wave as being that hard. Make sure everyone has foresight. We can get his cooldowns back pretty easily, too. Alright. We get the bonus turn, pretty much the best way we can start the last wave. Not really that much team turn meter. Isn't there a Magna Watt? No. I guess if we go for the team reduction, it's kind of cute, but then we kind of just concede Grandmaster Yoda's turn. And that's not achieving much. I mean, it's 50-50 that he probably should, unless he's hard programmed to do like weapon tech right now. This is probably just gonna be weapon tech on one and then regen on the other. Let's start here. Tank tech on Grievous, kind of a pain, but we would ultimately be dealing with that eventually anyway. The Grievous mass assists, or the Grievous assist potential, or words. The Grievous assist potential here is kind of scary. Feels really bad to get rid of all of our turn meter though. We didn't get heal block, which I appreciate. So where does this leave us? He just popped his revive, so we got some time on him. We got defense down and lifesteal up. I feel like we're in pretty good shape to combat this. I would almost rather just kill Watt now, honestly. I think Grievous will take a minute. We are kind of playing with fire of eventually getting a heal block on us. Barris can dispel it off, or we could just... I mean, this is, what, 2 turn? Grandmaster Yoda can knock those off. He chooses not to revive, actually. Interesting. Damn, we couldn't quite beat it up. He doesn't have the execute for a little while, but this regen on Watt is brutal to try to get through. Yeah, damn. Came close. Came very, very close. Just lost too much. Huh. I don't know. That Kalani wave is just so much potential AoE damage to be dealing with. I don't remember what happened with that daze there. I don't remember if I tried to. I know that we went into Ataru pretty quickly. Look about to see where we went wrong. I'm done. Let's take a look. It was something weird happening at the start of Wave 3. I can say that confidently. Because looking at that, like, midway point on the board did not... I think I just, like, overreacted to not fighting Jordica. In fact, almost definitely that's what happens. Did we just get... Yeah, I think we just immediately went into Ataru and slammed Armor Shred. Yep. Weird. I don't know. Emotions or something like that. Yeah. I mean... Maybe just didn't think that I was gonna get pounded by that much damage by a B2, right? But yeah, I guess just didn't put enough respect on it. Fair enough. I mean, we could have done what we did with the Armor Shred like the next turn anyway as well, right? There was no real reason to race that out, and I looked around, like, I don't think Kalani has any sort of cleansing for the team either, so, yeah. Just impatient. Impatient or just, like, no, I'm taking him now energy, and then getting Dooku flung into the wall. Fair enough. Quietly as the Lord controls it. It's a good one. I actually took it really late too, and I regret for how much I love those stats. It took me way too long to make that choice. Yo, what's up, BDJ? Alright. That was a special mission, so there isn't really anything to add on the counter. We just have we'll do the Padme last, just because we already know how that ends at this point. I don't think there's any P4 specific mods really. I think we just go to the JKL tab. Give him the speedless. Pretty standard stuff. Really? Just had to overlap there. Alright. Pretty standard JKL type deal. Not expecting things to get too crazy out here. We do need to address Sniper Droid before it becomes an issue though. Alright. He's pretty effectively controlled. Alright. Probably something I should have been doing more, by the way. Having Bashla give Luke buffs. Just get Luke cycling faster. Get the waves faster. pretty straightforward. Alright, stuns back up. Lead's about to come up. We're pretty much good. Stacking some damage buffs I don't normally do. I don't know what really. I don't have a good explanation for why. Just why not, I guess. Take mountain time, put you on control. We're pretty much done. Do we really care to slow play this enough to try to go for jam ult, or do we just... Man, we already played the race scoundrel slow play of the day, and I don't really want to... Where are we at? 24%. Yeah. Whatever. I'm gonna balance. I'm gonna 40% in first wave. Yeah, we got it easy. We don't really need to go much out of our way past that. They are bulky enough that we can get away with it, but just the novelty has to wear off at some point, right? I didn't even check our turn meter there. It's fine. Jamil's pretty fast. Watch this not be fun. Yeah, pretty fun. Start fishing for control on the side people just to get them to chill. Put you on days. Keep feeding Terminator. Actually, we have the mass assists. Alright, so I'll stun back up, so we're pretty much done already. I don't know why, this team feels like it's going so fast today. Weird. That was a missed ult charge. Unlucky. Alright, pretty nice wave entry. We're pretty much already there on ult. Not bad, not bad. Would love to use this on Droidica, but we're probably not really gonna be able to, yeah. I guess Grievous is going to reset, and that's annoying. And it might lead to... We know that Grievous Terminator is bugged. We actually need to be a little bit careful here. I think we need to potentially risk letting B2 AoE. Okay, he doesn't. Yeah, look at how much Terminator they're training right now. This is why. So we really need like a good JML preload there just to put Droidica on days. That's what I was concerned about. Basically, Grievous and LSTB seems to work like Newt does. GG Newt in PvP, but for free. He just gets... He's bugged somewhere and is just getting a ton of Terminator. So I know there's a chance of Droidica getting enraged. Alright, I don't think it really matters. We are gonna get trained again, though. Just an annoying situation. Alright, we've done this before. We already know that this works out at this point, but just, yeah. We do have to slow play with what's left just to try to get time to get back to... Like, if we go to next wave when we don't have this stuff. Like, look at this. 3 people left. Target lock AoE. And he got to, like, 60, 70%. We increased a little bit just from Terminator passing, but you see what I mean. If you don't believe me yet, I don't see how you can, man. It's nuts. I don't know what the state of their Terminator is going to be in the last wave, so I actually might just end with this. Kind of sucks. That might end up being something I regret. We'll see. It's about to take a turn, so even though it might look juicy to go for Droidica, I think we're actually probably just supposed to go for the finish here. Make sure he stays down. Yeah, man. I honestly, I know I said like get a good JML preload to Daze Droideka, but honestly, well, but the problem is that Dooku, or I was gonna say maybe Daze and Clone increase Grievous, but of course, then when we kill one, he's gonna just go back to doing his thing. Yeah, it's tricky. I mean, we lost the Old Republic. The Old Republic definitely being the weakest link of the team. I don't think it's possible to stall to ult. Not this time. Oh well. Not bad. If Kalani ever makes this at the game, what would they even do to ship her? I do feel like we're probably due for some more Separatist droids at some point. But just... I don't think that they would give Separatists another reviver. CG is too gun-shy these days to do something like that. I was gonna say, like, I could see them adding Commando Droid to PvP, but, like, this Commando Droid kind of sucks. Like, Commando Droid was added to the game, I wouldn't use him in this version, right? Not exactly, compelling. He's a worse spy, or like a worse droideka or something. I don't know, maybe that's a little bit reductive, maybe it's a Separatist droid that has a spy-style nuke mechanic. It doesn't dispel, it can be evaded. It probably still kind of sucks. It would need to be modernized to have like spy style text. Converting units into whole other types. Yeah. Could definitely be some. Did I save these mods? I'm pretty hopeful that I did. Actually, I probably sold the P2 mods, didn't I? Almost definitely. It's the same team, whatever. Don't think there's anything really fancy going in the mods that needs to be addressed, just speed health, speed potency health. Well, defense, I guess, technically. I'm assuming that the potency health is accounted for in another set. Looks like maybe not. So maybe a misplacement there. Not, I don't think it really matters enough to be worth correcting anyway, though, right? Just health, damage, health, damage, speed. Yeah, not really worth diving into, I'd say. It's Padme, it's GR Padme. My team's not necessarily known for being the best either. All we really care about here is grabbing one wave. We're good. Alright, there's the spy nuke. He's about to dispel. The smoke screen would be nice here, but yeah. Alright. That should have been aiming at a B1. Oh well. into the next we go with probably one of the least damaging teams possible. Surely nothing could possibly go wrong here. We pretty much already got what we came for. He's gonna AoE dispel, so there's no real point making offense up, I would say. Yep. Mass Assist was basically just give Nexu 80% turn meter for 5% health. He's close to ambush, but not quite there yet. Oh, GK was taunting. That's right. Yeah, fair enough. Wait! Oh, GK was taunting because of the Zeta. I wonder if GK non-Zeta would actually be better in this mission. I mean, you would never build him for that specifically just for this, but I guess it is true. You can't really use smoke screen to protect bleed GK or taunt Zeta or taunt GK against the execute reliably because of the Zeta. Yeah, I mean, we already know by now. It's not really the point of the mission anyway. R2 gets it in. Huh? Nope. Actually, 4-4 every time except for phase 1. Hey. Was your phase 1 Grievous? See, right there, things? Yeah, you are, unfortunately. Alright, we got the 5 out of 6 here. But anyway, what's up, Cloud? Wait, what were we at? Yeah. That was correct. Wait. I feel like I just... We didn't bomb any mission, though. 64 out of 65. That is like a really bad math. Oh, it just undid one, but not the other. Weird. Check out my Kaios. He killed Nexu. I know. It's just that I don't have Ahsoka Relic up, and I also don't have enough GR Jedi to run both, and I care about this mission more. I say I care about this mission more, but apparently... whatever. I was so excited to fight. I would still say that wave is the easier wave, I just got overzealous. Whatever. Fleets is fleets. I'll figure out if I'm gonna be doing SM or CM off stream. But all told, is that the final counts? It is. Where did I miss? Oh, I just missed on fleets. That pretty much makes up the difference. Fair enough. Alright, overall 2 waves drops, not so bad. Wait, did we 4-4 everything except for GR Jedi? Is that true? I honestly don't remember. If I did, I'm pretty happy with that. That's basically, we hit 4-4 every single spot except for the one wave we're pretty much automatically conceding for now, and the mission that's a pain in the butt. Not bad. I'll take that for sure. I'm happy with that. Whatever. We already got the 70 once. I don't really care. It's a nice flat round number, but yeah, I'll go figure out. There's no realistic way that I'm beating this, but I don't want to disobey orders or anything necessarily. Let's see a guide for splitting Jedi between JML and JKL. Can't seem to get it right. Yeah, basically. Is there... Yeah, whatever. We'll just go back to squad screen. Let's just do it fresh. Alright, so basically, well, first things first, you gotta do unique only, but chalk it down to this. So for Luke, the only real thing I would say is a hard lock is you need, like, one of these two fast characters. Doesn't really matter that much who you do either. Shakti tends to be faster, tends to be easier to get going first in later waves. Phase 3, you have a GR Jedi mid-mission, so you'll probably be on Hermit Yoda, but you'll also probably just be chucking in JML if you've got him anyway. Alright, I just saw the Mandalorian tag for the first time. That's cool. Alright, if we're just gonna break this down in terms of priority, right? Old Ben pretty much always wants to be here. Pretty much, like, irrevocably. If we were talking phase 1, I would actually say split off gas into Padme. You don't really need gas down here anyway. And then from here, like, the priority draft is, like, you either go Shakti or Hermit Yoda. Is, like, you know, a fine choice. Grandmaster Yoda can float between teams, but if you're taking gas out of JML, then you'll probably end up wanting to give Yoda over here. Yoda with Luke is incredibly fun, but I would not call that required, right? The synergy is insane, but you know, you can take it or leave it. It's not like a live or die thing. Bastila, I think, tends to pair nicely with JKL, even though I would pretty much always avoid Old Republic Jedi if you can. Subvert defenses being a 2-turn cooldown, combined with Luke's speed reduction, just tends to mean it's extra control on top of all the other control you already have. Again, Old Republic Jedi with JKL feels kind of pretty bad, but also you can kind of make up for it by just giving him speed to speed him along every now and then. You know, super fast with GMI with JKL for the lead ability fast cycle. Oh, it's amazing. Don't get me wrong. The synergy is fantastic. It's just this team pretty much auto wins, right? Well, I guess it's not really. I'll use the button. JKL pretty much always auto wins. The team has already won unless you make a mistake. Jedi Master Luke can still go sideways sometimes, so you kind of want that extra synergy pushing things along, in my opinion. Including also, but not limited to, the idea that his protection on the taunts can actually kind of start dwindling faster than you might expect, and that can also become an issue. Which, I know I've used Shakti in the past, like, where's my phase 1 drafts? Am I being dumb? Man, I went back and referred to this a couple of times. Weird. Have I just deleted it without realizing it? Yeah, whatever. Alright. Not really the end of the world. JKR, I don't think really fits that well in this team. JKR just tends to be so low for either team that I kind of tend to prefer to just want to skip him. If we're talking overall synergy, Shakti can actually be more of a direct healer for JML lead. You give him 35% protection back, she's also kind of fast, so giving her a 2-meter with JML lead is just kind of nice. like Hermit Yoda as well. Like you could also argue Hermit Yoda's Terminator restoring basic combined with Luke's speed reduction. 5% doesn't sound like much, but it's basically 20 to 25% Terminator when you really break it down to like actual speed difference and what you're gaining. Like Hermit Yoda basic tends to be insane. And then like from there, chuck in a Shock T, and then the rest is kind of just personal preference, I would say. Yeah, you could chuck in Ahsoka for like a assist called Dispel, but you already have that with Shock T, and you're not really getting Ahsoka's assists either. Ki-Adi-Mundi I really like in JKL, but I'm not gonna suggest him just because, like, if you have him, he's a good surrogate Yoda, but you know, basically just pick any of these last common core 4. Jolie could fit in here. You know, just having a revive just in case. A lot of the cases where people are tending to die, I would not say a revive would be able to save them for the most part, but you know, sometimes a droideka slips through the cracks, you make a mistake or two. Why not? Definitely don't put GK in here. GK and Luke, I think we tried this time and actually felt pretty good. So I would stick him there. You just get a lot of good foresight passively over time. Low damage dealer who can, you know, you slam the mass assists, you can make some progress if you decide to. And that's just kind of how I like to tune my Luke teams. And then last slot kind of just can take it or leave it, do whatever. Alright. That's fine. That's fine. It's all fine. Actually, one thing I will say as a small shout out, if you're a slower, like if your mod collection isn't crazy fast or you're just kind of starting out, Anakin you can actually just chuck in as an emergency activation, and if anyone else gets chunked low enough to activate the unique at the start, then that can be what kicks off your Jedi Luke train, because Anakin takes his bonus turn and then you just hit this immediately, and that's what gets you kicked off. And once you're kicked off once, you pretty much can, you know, coast to victory. Just make sure you get out each wave correctly with Luke's stun available and with his lead available, and it's difficult to lose, right? And if you want to play it safe, you know, I play it a little bit riskier, but a little bit higher reward of waiting to use Heroes Arise until the start of the next wave with someone at high turn meter. You can play it like the Assault Battle. Otherwise, if you just want to play it safe, just finish each wave with Heroes Arise. You do a little bit less damage than you might think sometimes, unless you have Heroes Arise up. Obviously, the Master Assist call does make the buffs. But what's the order of operations? I actually want to check. I'm pretty sure you get the buff before the Master Assist happens. Actually, it sounds like they don't. Interesting. Yeah, just be a little bit careful. You do less damage than you think, unless you already have the buff made. But like, you can JKL special, you can just use the first special, give it to himself first. I would have figured you get the buff first and then do the mass assist. It sure felt like that sometimes in the past. But yeah, that's the general split I would do. Obviously, you could chuck gas into JML and have a heck of a time. Certainly a very strong character who probably has some of the highest synergy with JML's lead ability, just in the sense that because you only ever spam Jedi Lessons with gas, you basically just constantly ping pong between Force Grip and Sundering Strike every single turn, and using one resets the other. So, kind of cool synergy. I still think, especially for Phase 1, that Padme Guess just feels a lot better for the special mission than any other team that I've tried. It feels closer to like an actual legitimate LSTB team. It's way worse than using gas clones, or honestly just chuck Shakti lead in there with gas would probably feel better than Padme, but you have to use her, so it's fine. Yeah. That's pretty much all there is to say there. Anakin doesn't necessarily have to go with JKL, but again, this team is mostly just a platform for this, and then the rest is just bodies that ideally you want to be non-Old Republic GR Jedi, but you might not necessarily have available. And like, you know, Bastila I think is kind of worth crossing over the line and picking up one Old Republic for. Jolie, less pleasant. That's kind of why I was kind of like, I would prefer not to do Bastila Jolie today. It's a slightly weaker setup, but we literally have no choice. All the Jedi are spent, so yeah. All right. Non-Geos, I heard that they patched this AI. Don't have any counters to Sith Eternal Emperor and 3v3 with Malik. Vader might be able to, but it depends. God, the dynamic for Bastila is so clunky now. Padme clones is nice. You got a couple of 4-4 with no Skywalker full clones. Full clones has some like consistency scares in my experience that gas completely rounds out, which is why I prefer that more. It's mostly the Droideka, like the Droidekas. Did we get attacked? Oh. No, technically yes, just unsuccessfully. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. I think, like, Vader, I can maybe see it, but you're in a pigeonholed spot now that, like, depending on how good the Malik is, if he's tenacity or not, that might be really clunky to get enough debuffs to guaranteed kill him. I don't have a good answer off the top, but I haven't really had to deal with that either. Non-GLs, I heard that they patched his AI so it doesn't like what? I think in a lot of cases he just goes for the fastest characters. Is at least the last that I've heard. If it's not like a specific hard-coded character that he always goes for. I don't know, I have to look into that. I haven't heard that, but obviously I haven't really heard much from the latest patch, so. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Alright, who are we fighting tomorrow? Finally, we got the Triple GL mirror back. Let's see. Robin faster than Malik, I like to see that. I still don't think I can trust Throne Lead Vidder anymore. God, I need to get some more sleep. We could try to brute force it, but man, if I get a loss. Yo, wait, whoa. Just swap the crosses. You're so close. You have no idea how close you are right now. It's tenacity primary too, which is good for Malik. It works out. Is it bad manner if I message them saying, hey, you should remod this way? That feels insanely rude. But... and also like health, that's good for Darth Revan as well. Both happy outcomes. I don't know. I don't know if that's rude or not. Maybe after. I'll wait until after. It would be weird to do that before. Alright. I'm gonna get out of here. It's tempting to just go get more sleep. I have very, very little for today. We'll see what happens. I have no idea how I feel about Bastila. I have no idea how I feel about the Thrawn lead counter. If I don't feel like I can trust it myself, then I know that my heart isn't really going to be in the work as much. I know that it would still be useful for some people, but just... it's a 15% of a 50% of it happening, which isn't that high of a proc rate. But at least for me personally, I value consistency and like reliability anywhere possible. We'll see. We'll figure it out. Alright. I think we're good there. Got that my thanks for watching button doesn't actually go to thanks. Yeah. Alright. So we landed pretty much perfect on every single CM except for the ones that, you know, GR Jedi combat mission has some consistency issues that are kind of out of our control. And then, of course, the next two, who are basically skipping the last wave, so fully expected there as well. Otherwise, a clean LSTB season. Not bad. Alright. Thank you all for stopping by. We will be live with GAC tomorrow. If you feel like stopping by there, feel free to hang out. I'll see you then. Have a good one.